BL is effectively banned in China, but one company has turned it into a multi-hundred-million-dollar export business. While censors at home erase kisses and rewrite scripts, Tencent has quietly built a global pipeline for boys' love through its international streaming platform, WeTV. From blockbuster Danmei adaptations to Thai co-productions, Tencent has figured out how to profit from BL abroad while denying it exists at home. This is the story of Tencent's secret BL empire, banned but banking. When you hear Tencent, you might think of WeChat or video games. But Tencent is also one of China's biggest entertainment companies, and through Tencent Video and its international brand WeTV, it has become a quiet giant in the BL industry. This video isn't about Tencent's entire empire. It's about the slice that matters to BL fans, the platforms, the novels, the productions, and the controversies that make Tencent both one of BL's biggest investors and its most invisible gatekeeper. Founded in 1998, Tencent peaked at nearly $900 billion in 2021, making it one of the most valuable companies in the world. It runs WeChat, China's all-in-one super app, and owns global gaming giants like Honor of Kings and League of Legends. In short, Tencent is everywhere. By 2011, Tencent entered streaming with its domestic platform, Tencent Video. Fast forward a decade. By 2022, it logged nearly 4 billion monthly device views and over 120 million paying subscribers, making it one of China's big three alongside iQIYI and Youku. But here's where it gets interesting for BL fans. In 2019, Tencent created WeTV, the international version of Tencent Video. First launched in Taiwan and Thailand, WeTV was designed to push Chinese dramas abroad. And it's on WeTV that BL and Danmei-inspired series found their global home, the place where Tencent could brand them openly overseas, even while marketing the same shows as friendship dramas back in China. Now, Tencent isn't the only streaming giant. Of course, iQIYI, backed by Baidu and Youku, owned by Alibaba, are massive players too, with their own hits and international pushes. But here's the difference. When it came to BL, Tencent quietly mastered the pipeline. While others hesitated or watered down their exports, Tencent turned WeTV into a storefront for Danmei adaptations and Thai co-productions. And yet, you'd almost never know it if you only looked inside China. On Tencent Video, shows with BL roots are relabeled as fantasy, youth, or friendship. Posters avoid romance, scripts get rewritten. Meanwhile, on WeTV abroad, the same shows are marketed with couple shots and subtle BL framing, never outright called BL, but never hiding what fans are looking for either. That's the paradox. Tencent has built the single biggest pipeline for BL overseas, while officially pretending the genre doesn't even exist at home. It starts with adaptations. Before WeTV even launched, China's streaming platforms had already experimented with BL-adjacent dramas. In 2016, Addicted became a runaway hit before it was abruptly cut off after 15 episodes. It wasn't Tencent's own drama, but the controversy showed just how sensitive the genre was at home and how much demand there was abroad. Then came 2019, when Tencent Video rolled out the Untamed, based on the Danmei novel Modao Zhu Shi. Inside China, it was officially promoted as a fantasy brotherhood story, the romance written out, the characters framed as comrades. But on WeTV, the international platform launched that same year, the marketing leaned on romantic tension and couple imagery. The series exploded into a global phenomenon, sparking actor concerts, fan tours, and generating hundreds of millions in revenue. That was the moment Tencent realized BL could be exported as big business. The second piece of the pipeline was the platform itself. WeTV quickly became Tencent's global storefront, the place where BL could live without China's strict branding rules. And then came co-productions. Tencent didn't just license Thai BLs, they started co-branding them as WeTV originals. The timeline tells the story. In 2020, Manner of Death streamed as a WeTV project, followed in 2022 by Love Mechanics. By 2025, the original slate had expanded. Top form in March with Tai Lai Entertainment, Knockout from May to July with D Hup House, and still to come, Me and Who by Demundi, and Love of Xylem by Insight Entertainment and YYDS later in the year. Meanwhile, Beyond Cloud's shine was tied to Tencent from the start, streaming exclusively as a WeTV original with global stars Mile and ABO. This is where the WeTV original strategy comes in. Most of these shows aren't filmed by Tencent themselves. They're produced by local studios in Thailand, Taiwan, or elsewhere. But Tencent bankrolls them, slaps the WeTV label on, and controls international distribution. To fans, it looks like Tencent is producing BL directly. In reality, they've created a pipeline where almost every major BL hit abroad has Tencent's fingerprints on it. Tencent's BL empire isn't just about streaming, it's about intellectual property. Most hits start as IP, whether that's a Danmei web novel or a licensed script from abroad. Take Modao Zhu Shi, the source for the Untamed. It began as a web novel, was adapted into manhwa, donghua, and live action. Multiple layers monetized via Tencent platforms and licensing. And it isn't just Chinese IP. In 2025, Top Form was adapted from the hit Japanese BL manga Dakaichi by Hashigo Sakurabi. Tencent co-produced the live action with Thailand's Thailai Entertainment, branding it a WeTV original. It's a clear example of Tencent acquiring foreign BL IP, localizing it, and controlling global distribution under its own label. The same goes for many Thai projects. Once Tencent buys in, they don't just distribute the series, they extend the brand into music, merchandise, and fan events. This is the machine Tencent has perfected. Identify IP with BL potential, tone it down when needed for domestic release, then expand it globally under the WeTV label. And because Tencent owns the platform, the distribution, and often stakes in the production, it takes a cut at every stage. For fans, it looks like simple BL shows. But for Tencent, it's a vertically integrated business. Novels, adaptations, streaming, merchandise, and concerts. BL isn't just content, it's IP to be exploited across formats. And the more global the fandom, the more profitable that IP becomes. Tencent's BL empire runs on contradiction. Abroad, WeTV markets BL shows with couple imagery, romantic trailers, premium unlocks, and fan meets. Inside China, those same stories are stripped down and relabeled as brotherhood, youth, or fantasy. Take the Untamed. On Tencent Video in 2019, it was framed as a Xianxia brotherhood story, romance erased. Yet on WeTV overseas, posters leaned into the chemistry, and international fan events doubled down on the pairing. The show generated hundreds of millions in revenue, not by denying the romance, but by quietly feeding it abroad. The same double game shows up in Thai co-productions. Shine, for example, was openly branded BL overseas with Mile and ABO fan events. But inside China, it never aired at all. Tencent Video only carries a placeholder page, with no BL branding or release. Then came the breaking point in 2025. ABO Desire. Marketed worldwide as a daring BL and hyped on WeTV, it became an instant hit with international fans. But in July 2025, regulators ordered WeTV, iQIYI, and Youku to pull it even from their international platforms. A series never meant for Chinese release was still silenced under Beijing's rules. Only smaller global streamers like Gaga Olala, Heavenly, KKTV, Monomax, and Viki kept it alive. That's the paradox in action. Tencent cashes in abroad, but the moment Beijing draws a red line, it retreats, proving that no matter how global its BL empire looks, it's still chained to censorship at home. No empire comes without backlash, and Tencent's BL empire has seen plenty. The sharpest conflicts come from censorship. Since 2016, Chinese regulators have treated depictions of homosexuality as vulgar, pushing Danmei adaptations to be reframed as brotherhood or fantasy. That context explains why The Untamed in 2019 was marketed domestically as a Xianxia brotherhood tale, romance erased. In 2021, the National Radio and Television Administration, NRTA, escalated these rules with its campaign against abnormal aesthetics, effectively freezing new BL-style dramas. In July 2025, the pressure extended abroad. Even ABO Desire, filmed overseas and released only internationally, was yanked from WeTV, iQIYI, and Youku overnight. By August 2025, leaked draft regulations suggested even harsher rules: bans on exporting BL dramas and potential blacklists for actors who starred in them. It proved that no matter how global Tencent's reach looks, Beijing's rules follow it abroad. But government pressure isn't the only conflict. Tencent has also clashed with creators. The most prominent case in BL is Chai Ji-dan, the writer behind Addicted and Advance Bravely. In July 2025, a Chinese court reactivated Tencent's claim against her company Fengmang Culture, ordering repayment of nearly 37 million RMB, about $5 million, over a failed streaming deal. The fight has dragged on for years and shows how aggressively Tencent defends its financial stake in BL. Even co-productions can turn toxic. In Thailand, the top-form fallout between Smart and Boom's agencies spiraled into lawsuits, with WeTV Originals branding caught in the crossfire. Tencent stayed silent, but for many fans, the distributor couldn't dodge responsibility when its own label was stamped on the project. And then there's fandom itself. The 2020 AO3 ban, triggered by fan wars around the Untamed's Xiaojian, reminded everyone that Tencent's biggest BL stars can spark political firestorms far beyond the shows. International fans also accused Tencent of ghost-dropping content, quietly muting edits, limiting comments, or removing shows when they become politically risky. As one post put it, they promote BL when it's profitable, then delete it when it's dangerous. Each of these flashpoints chips away at Tencent's careful balancing act: neutral investor at home, BL champion abroad. And together, they show just how fragile its secret BL empire really is. Tencent's BL empire isn't just about shows, it's about the ecosystem that feeds them. At the core is China Literature, Tencent's publishing arm, which owns Jinjiang Literature City, the country's largest Donmei platform and the launchpad for many of its biggest BL hits. From there, Penguin Pictures and Tencent Video adapt stories into donghua or live action, while WeTV pushes them abroad. The ecosystem also stretches into talent. In Thailand, partner agencies like Headliner Entertainment co-managed actors for WeTV originals such as Topform, tying local talent pipelines directly into the BL business. Together, publishing, platforms, and talent management form a loop. Stories become IP becomes shows, shows create stars, and those stars fuel more adaptations and global fandom. For Tencent, it's not just about dramas, it's about owning every step of the BL supply chain. Tencent doesn't make BL out of love for queer stories. It makes it because it's profitable abroad and deniable at home. That's the paradox. The next time you stream a BL, remember that behind the romance is a multi-hundred-million-dollar strategy. I hope this pause in the chaos makes you think: is Tencent saving BL, exploiting it, or both? Until next time, this is GPkP.